Hey! Wow, it's been a while since I've had a video, and I have just been so overwhelmed with work, but it's going really well, so I'm excited. And hopefully the marathon will be coming to a close. Hopefully I'll be graduating sooner than later, so I can just get on with my life. Or lack thereof. Gosh. By the time I get home, I just have no ability to speak on the phone or look at a computer, which has hindered my presence on YouTube. I still watch your videos. I just normally have to watch them before I get ready for work, and then I don't leave as many comments because I'm changing or brushing my teeth or something. So, hi, how are you? A few things to update. Before I forget, okay, this is how my mother introduced me to this guy she's dating, okay? It's the most ridiculous thing. Are you guys ready? This is my daughter. She wants to become a transgendered. And I was like, you can just call me Alexis. How are you? And I was like, we need to work on some presentation here because I do not want to become a transgendered. Like, there's so many things about that sentence that are wrong. So this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. No, but I mean, it is what it is, and she's doing what she can with her limitations. When I speak of limitations, I mean, she had some heart stuff come up while I was in Korea, and definitely had some brain damage as a result of congestive heart failure. And, I'm trying to be patient with her. I had a consultation for surgery, and that went well. She said she will process it as a breast reduction. So now I'm just going through the hoops to get pre-approval for a breast reduction, which includes getting treated for a rash. I don't actually have a rash under your boobs, but if you do have treatment for a rash, you're a lot more likely to get approved for reduction. And this surgeon's been doing top surgeries for the last 4 years at the University of Utah. So that's nice because it's right here in Salt Lake City. So hopefully I'm looking at about June to August, hopefully closer to the June part for surgery. So that's exciting. And I've just been going full throttle with work. So I thought I would do a video on how my life has changed now that I'm a boy. So a few things that have stood out is I am a lot more effeminate and definitely do a lot more gestures, and I like pink. I've always liked pink, and I think I've always been kind of effeminate, like an effeminate closeted person, but I've always felt like I had to be so stoic, and that was how masculinity was presented, and so now I just have a lot more freedom to be effeminate, which is funny, because some people were like, gosh, I always thought you were really masculine, and the more I get to know you, you're just like this big flaming homo. It's like, yeah, that's what I am, a big flaming homo. I want to become a big flaming homo. So yeah, definitely been more effeminate, been in it, even in my grandpa's funeral, wearing makeup and heels and a skirt and stuff, it didn't bother me like it would have in the past, which is funny. I have more freedom to wear girl clothes now that I'm a boy. I don't like it, but I was more okay with it. So that's interesting, I think. Do you guys see this white? I'm getting, I have a lot of gray, but I'm getting this, white patch. That's what work will do to you if you take it too seriously. I have found that my relationship with children has changed. So before I had a hard time relating with kids because I always felt like I had to come at it from a really nurturing and motherly place, and that was never authentic to me, especially since I just didn't have a very good role model for that. So now I'm interacting with kids more on a brotherly level, which is a lot more authentic, and it's interesting. It's just interesting that coming out would change my dynamics with children, but it has. It's funny, like once my family found out, I got a bunch of hunting things for Christmas. I've never hunted a day in my life. And they're like, now that you're a boy, go kill something. It's like, why would you automatically assume I was going to become a hunter? Like, I love nature. I always have. It's just a funny assumption. So now that I'm a boy, I can kill animals, I guess. I don't know why I would want to, but there you go. I am also a lot more aware of how much it pisses me off when people try to give me approval. Like, whether it's for my gender identity or my job or the car I drive or where I live or anything. Like, approval just pisses me off. I don't need your approval. I don't care about your approval. I'd like your support, but I don't need your approval. And that came up in a conversation that I had with my godparents when I called them out on some transphobic ideas that had been conveyed in a number of conversations. And I just reiterated that. I don't need your approval in any way. Maybe in the past I have, but not now. And it was good for them to hear, and it's good for me to say. And the conversation went well. I mean, it was a hard conversation to have, and especially since I respect them and love them so much. And for the most part, they were very receptive. I think it's hard to hear someone say that was really transphobic, especially when they pride themselves on being open-minded. But that's the only word there is for ignorance based on gender, like, it's transphobic. So, but they were receptive, and that went well. And it was just like, it was fun. I was thinking about a situation where I gave my support, but not my approval. My cousin decided to have a second child with her husband, and I'm not necessarily his biggest fan. And I definitely did not approve of that decision, but I absolutely supported her. So, it's funny. It's funny to see how startling the difference is, and how much it just pisses me off, and like, it's patronizing. I don't need your approval. I'm an adult. Fuck you. So, anyway, that was interesting. I also find that I'm a lot more forgiving of myself, and take into account my past, and just I have high expectations for myself, but I also am a lot more forgiving. So, some interesting things now that I'm a boy. And this lighting, I feel so angelic. Like, I feel like I'm like glowing. But as we all know, I am not angelic. And I guess that's it. Yeah. Surgery consult. My mom. Now that I'm a boy. Alright. But I still watch you guys all the time. I just love you guys. I miss you. And I'm sorry that I'm not able to comment as much. But you're always on my mind. And my dad made this bundt cake. Can you see that right there? But he said I can't have any of it. So now my whole house smells like bundt cake, and I can't have any. It's like torturous. I swear. I don't know. I think he's getting back at me for something. I'm not sure what. But this weekend is just going to be a weekend for me. I get to play the Wii. I bought Raving Rabbids, which is such a fun game. And write to my cousin who's on his mission, and do laundry. But yeah, it's just a weekend of rejuvenation. That's what I'm calling it. And the weather, it's kind of starting to get nice outside. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It's nice. It's a cool scene. Alright, guys. Well, I miss ya, and I love ya. Bye.